Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum has dipped further into the support zone in my last intraday update, which I sent through on Discord. I think the price was just sort of starting that leg down. That was that was here, yeah, and that was when Powell started to speak, and it highlighted that we'll probably see another low here, but it was obviously quite a sharp decline. And this is now where pretty much the buyers need to step in to save the white wave count, okay? So we're dealing here with two scenarios. As you know, overall no change. The wave count hasn't changed, the scenarios haven't changed, and the levels haven't. Also, the invalidation points haven't changed, but a lot of you have asked for an update, and I know how helpful it can be to get an understanding of the latest structural developments. So, I mean, my approach would be, the assumption has to be we're in a correction, because we are, right? That correction started up here. And so far in this entire correction, there hasn't been any evidence so far that we've started the third wave, right? So that's why the local trend is down, clearly, all right? Local trend is down. However, we saw a possible, even though ugly, 5-wave move to the upside, which is why I favored slightly the white scenario. And this is, I don't want to say it has changed, but I'm quite neutral. Yeah, I'm quite neutral. Pretty much it means the correction is now unfolding. We are very close to an invalidation point. The invalidation point is the swing low that formed here on the 9th of December. The buyers just need to step in now. That's the same for Bitcoin. I mean, they will all reverse together or roll together probably, and at the moment it seems likely that we will see invalidation. The structure here indicates invalidation is likely. That would mean a break below 3,490, but would it really mean a major breakdown or something? Well, I think not necessarily, so we'll talk about that. It would just change the structure a little bit. The problem is though that this correction is quite sharp, and the bulls would need to turn up now. And in recent weeks, whenever we've seen these kind of liquidations, and I'm going to open here the volume indicator. So with liquidations like these, yeah, we had it here before, the bulls normally started to step in. So we had it here on the 9th of December, right? Typically around this time of the day, the buyers would step in. Not evident yet, okay? Not evident yet. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. I'm just looking for another example, but I think those were the two that we've had recently. Yeah, they were really good selling volume here that came in, and the buyer stepped in afterwards, right? So that hasn't happened yet. Looking at the relative, not the relevant strength index, the relative strength index. Oversold, yeah, like last time on the 9th, we were oversold on the 4-hour time frame, right? Could happen again that we then reverse, as we did then, but nothing. So the buyers haven't stepped in yet, and that's something that makes me wonder, okay, are we going to go a little lower? Are we going to invalidate? As I said, it seems likely because of that. I mean, I'm looking at the Elliott wave structures, but I'm also looking at indicators. And we had the same situation here, but the buyer stepped in here. It was all bought up, at least at this line. I mean, we haven't reached that yet. That's at 3,490. Overall, they started to buy in this region here, right? Where we are now. And so far, we're gradually declining here below the 78.6 FIB level. So anyway, I would assume we're in a correction until the price gives us an impulsive reversal, and that impulsive reversal needs to take us above $3,905. Okay, what happens if we go lower? Well, it would be the yellow count. That's very similar to what Bitcoin is doing. I've got the yellow count on the Bitcoin chart as well, and we'd likely follow through with something like that. We would simply dip probably into the lower support region again, then for a reset of either wave 2. Well, that's good. That could be the case, yeah. Even though I haven't labeled it like that, I need to do that. We have to put that on here. Or it's the A wave in the yellow scenario. And the yellow scenario, we talked about it only earlier today when we looked at the larger time frame. Yeah, it seems like we're gonna go lower here. It's probably gonna do that. So that would be A, B, C. We can actually change it live here in the video because white is likely going to invalidate. So it's probably wave 2 still unfolding, something like that. I don't want to say it has to, but that kind of looks like we want to invalidate. Well, it might be a bit too early. It's not invalidated yet, it might be a bit too early, but if we get a sustained break below 3,616, yeah, we haven't got that sustained break yet, but if that happens, it would typically indicate we're heading down lower, and it will invalidate eventually. So I'm gonna change it now, but I might be a bit too early with that. And then we could even say maybe it's like this, A, B, C, but then it would follow the same micro count anyway, like white and yellow, right? And they might find support somewhere down there at 3,450, 3,340, 3,192. Now for the yellow count, it's not so important to find support here, right? Yellow could yellow has space all the way down to 2,410. That is the yellow count that, again, we talk about when we look at the daily chart, where people told me that it will never go down that much again. And it will never dip into the support region. Well, maybe it won't, but it's important to be aware that this is obviously one of the plausible scenarios. It helps with risk management. It helps to keep us grounded, and it helps us to find orientation. On a day like that, we know what might be coming if the market in the next larger rally only rallies and recovers correctively. Then it would likely set up for this larger B. So that's the update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.